Hey guys, step one today is we're going to calculate some population density. Okay. You might remember from yesterday from the notes that we did that population density is simply how many organisms you have of a certain population over how much area you have. And so you have a task now. You're going to pause the video whenever I'm finished talking, and you have a task that is going to be you need to get three things, okay? You need to go online and you need to find the population density of a country. I think there should be a country for everybody that starts with the first letter of your first name, and you're going to calculate the population density of that country, okay? And then, so by doing that, and please do it in kilometers, so you may have to convert. Okay, so if it's in miles, convert it to kilometers. So because most of them will be in kilometers. So basically, you take the number of people in that country and you divide it by how many square kilometers it is. Try to find an extreme, either the highest population density you can or the lowest population density you can, but just one country. And then we're going to report them and see, who has countries that have over this number or whatever, and we'll try to get the highest and lowest and all that stuff. Okay. And then, so that's step one. That's one thing. And then step two, you are going to find two cities. So actually, this is step 2 and 3. Two cities in the United States. And once again, square kilometers. You are going to try to find a city that has the highest population density that you possibly can and compare it to a city in the United States that has the lowest population density that you can. Okay. And just see what you come up with and see if any of your other classmates have those same as their highest and lowest. So once again, a country that starts with your same letter of your first name, people per square kilometer, and then two cities, one the highest that you think. So just think, okay, where in the United States is going to, and don't Google who has the highest and lowest population density. Like, come on, think about it. And then pause this video now and do that. And then come back. And I want you to do that in like 10 minutes. Okay. So mark the time. 10 minutes from now, you should be finished. Just quick, do it out, scratch paper and be like, this is what I got, move on. Okay. It's a quick population density calculation, and then come back, and you should then have about 35 minutes at least to complete this last activity. Okay, you're going to need it though. So pause the video now, and when you get back, we're going to do the population density lab. Pause. There's a technique that we have to sample sometimes in a population because you can't just go out and like tell all the squirrels to be still while you count them. And so clearly there are times when we have to sample instead of actually, going out and counting. And so it says the first technique is just sampling. So in this procedure, the organisms in a few small areas are counted and projected to the entire area. For instance, if a biologist counts 10 squirrels living in 200 square foot area, she could predict that there are 100 squirrels living in a 2,000 square foot area. So the biologist collected a gallon of pond water and counted 50 paramecium. Based on the sampling technique, how many paramecium could be found in the pond if the pond were 1,000 gallons? Go ahead and pause the video and answer that question. Okay, hopefully you got your answer. I'm not going to tell you the right answer right now. Hopefully you got an answer, and maybe your lab group agrees. And then tell me, what are some populations with this technique? Like, what could affect its accuracy? Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so hopefully you came up with some issues that would happen based on the fact that you're just assuming that all of the individuals are equally distributed throughout the population. That's a problem. But hopefully you come up with a few. And once again, I'm not going to tell you all the answers. Hopefully you discussed with your group and came up with some good ones. Okay, we're going to do technique 2 today. We're going to do what's called mark and recapture. So in this procedure, biologists use traps to capture animals alive and mark them in some way. The animals are returned unharmed to their environment. Over a long time period, the animals from the population are continued to be trapped, and data is taken on how many are captured with tags. A mathematical formula is then used to estimate the population. So that's what you're going to do today. You have a population. Population of beans. Yay! So you've got a bean bag and it has a letter on it. And so what you're going to do is you are going to capture 10 animals by removing them randomly from the bag. So let me get where you can see what I'm doing with my hands. There we go. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, I got 10 in my first go. And you're going to mark them. It says using tape or string, but what we're going to do is just take a black Sharpie and you're going to put a little mark on it. Okay. So however you want to mark yours, but that one, well, if my hands ever move, there we go. That one has a mark. Okay. It's got a little X on it. Okay. So I'm going to put little X's on all 10 of my beans that I drew out the first time. Okay. So that's what I'm doing right now. And getting Sharpie all over my fingers, and then you'll do the same with yours. Okay. So there's my 10 beans. Okay. Now I'm going to return my 10 back in here. There's the bag. I'm going to put all 10 of them back into my bag. Okay. So now they're back in here with the rest of the beans. I don't know how many are in there. Okay. Now it says with your eyes closed, but shake up your little animals. They're running around and grab a handful of the population. This is the recapture part. Okay. Let me skip that thing over so you can see it. So this is the recapture step. Okay. Oh, I got some weird looking critters there. Record the number of animals captured in total and the number that have the mark on them on the table. Okay. So we captured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm counting those anyway. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 2 of them, 13, and 2 of them are marked. Cool. And then I'm going to put those back in my bag. Back to the wild. Release. Woohoo. Shake up my bag. Draw out some more. Just a handful. It doesn't matter how many. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let me turn all these over to make sure there's no mark on the other side. No escaping me. Little marked beans. Okay. So now I forgot how many I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 and 3 are marked. Okay. And then you continue doing that until you get 10 rounds and you add them up. And then down here at the bottom, you'll put your total number captured. That's right here. Times your total number marked. That's right here. Oh, wait, sorry. Just kidding. You marked 10. So you'll put 10 right here. So total number captured. That's this box right here whenever you add them all up. And then total number marked. That's 10 because you marked 10 in the beginning. If you marked a different number, then multiply by a different number. And then you divide it by the total number captured with a mark. And that's what this box is right here. Okay. And then you're going to, that should give you an estimated size. Okay. And then you're going to go and check and see if you got the actual size according to the data. And then if you got it like 100%, then you answer these questions and you're finished. If you didn't get it, then do not reset your populations. Continue with your total. So you already had 10 rounds. Do round number 11 and just keep going. And add the original 10 plus your new 10. So 20 total rounds there and that one there. And then redo the formula and see if you got closer. Okay. And that's all you have to do. Cool. Now, actually, one more thing. When you're finished, I want you to take your marked beans out of the bag. So you're going to have to dump out all your beans. And find all 10 marked beans. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the picture, right? And I want you to replace the marked beans with unmarked beans from the front table. Okay, just go. You can throw those in the trash and get clean beans from the table. Okay, that way the next group can do the same. The next class can do the same thing with the beans and they won't be like already marked. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I have to find one more. Okay. Hopefully that helps you get through this little activity. Great. And I will see you guys soon. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Take care.